Sometimes the competition is too close for comfort, in this case wind farms. Demand for electricity from conventional generators like this gas-fired plant is decreasing, and there's a simple reason for that. Germany's Renewable Energy Act stipulates that green energy be fed first into power grids. The frequent downtimes at the plant are a source of increasing frustration for the man in charge.
Sometimes it's for one day, but one time it was for a week. It depends on current developments. But the general trend is now less energy coming from conventional power stations.
When there's not enough wind to power the nearby turbines, this gas-fired plant also has the task of stepping in to bridge that shortage. Local utility providers have injected 450 million euros in such plants in the region around Hamm, but the investment is proving fruitless. The market price for the end product, energy, is too low, while that for natural gas continues to rise.
This is a modern power station. It has to cover interest and repayment. We're unable to generate those components via the returns posted. The plant is not operating often enough, and the returns are too low.
In other words, a combination of excessive costs and insufficient activity, and the future looks no brighter. The government's energy policy envisions around 80% of electricity coming from renewables by 2050. Good news for producers of renewable power like Greenpeace Energy. And as they see it, power station operators have had plenty of time to adapt to the changes.
We're in a transition phase, and that requires smart management, as much renewable energy as possible, and as much conventional energy as necessary. These conventional sources have to earn a certain amount of money to be able to continue operating. But companies are trying to generate as much as possible, instead of just meeting demand. Their aim is to earn as much as possible.
Some power providers are threatening to shut down their plants, but in fact, the authorities have the final say on shutdowns. The Federal Network Agency has so far received 15 applications which are still pending. DW asked the agency for more details and got this reply.
If the Federal Network Agency concludes that a plant is indispensable for secure grid operation, it will be prohibited from shutting down.
The gas-fired power station in Hamm is on the edge of the Ruhr Valley, Germany's industrial heartland. The region has a high demand for energy. Electricity providers are upping the pressure and warning about the potential for disruptions to the power supply.
We're seeing more and more power grid outages. As old power stations reach the end of their natural working life, that will mean fewer on the market, and that could very well lead to power outages.
Or is it all a bluff? The operator is demanding financial support from the government to keep the plant in reserve, even if it's not online and delivering electricity.